Welcome to the Wisdom Path. Today, we begin a powerful journey into the hidden parts of your mind. This story is about unlocking a quiet force that lives within all of us, a part of your mind that listens, remembers, and creates your reality. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their dreams easily while others struggle, the answer might lie deep within your subconscious mind. Don't forget to subscribe to the Wisdom Path, your weekly dose of insight, clarity, and transformation. The Tale of the Hidden Gardener. Imagine your mind is like a garden. The top part, the conscious mind, is like the gardener, walking around with a watering can, deciding which seeds to plant. But the real magic happens underground. That's your subconscious mind, the rich soil where everything grows. You don't see it working, but it's always there. Quiet, busy, powerful. Let's meet someone. Meet Daniel. Daniel was a kind man, but life had worn him down. He worked a boring job, struggled with money, and felt like happiness was always just out of reach. Every morning he woke up thinking, "It's going to be another hard day." And every night he said, "Nothing ever works out for me." What Daniel didn't know was that these thoughts were seeds, and his subconscious, like good soil, accepted them and made them grow. His thoughts became his reality. Your subconscious is always listening. Your subconscious doesn't judge. It doesn't say, "That's a bad idea," or "That's not true." It simply receives what you give it, especially if it's repeated often or filled with emotion. It's like a loyal friend who says, "Okay, if that's what you believe, I'll help you prove it's true." If you keep saying, "I'm not good enough," your subconscious hears it, and it starts creating situations that match that belief. But here's the beautiful part. You can change it. The garden can grow new seeds. One day, Daniel's friend gave him a simple suggestion. "Before you go to sleep," she said, "try saying something different. Just one small sentence, like, 'Good things are coming my way.' Say it with feeling, even if you don't believe it at first." Daniel laughed at first, but he was tired of feeling stuck. So he tried it. At first, it felt strange, like pretending. But after a few days, something began to shift. He noticed small moments of peace, a kind smile from a stranger, a little idea that popped into his head at work. He began to feel slightly better. And the better he felt, the more new ideas and opportunities came. Why it works. A simple explanation. Your subconscious mind is like the engine of a car. You don't see it when you're driving, but it's doing all the hard work. Your conscious thoughts are like the steering wheel. They tell the engine where to go. So when you start consciously choosing better thoughts, your subconscious starts to work in a new direction. But it needs time and repetition. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree the next day. But if you keep watering it, it will grow. Try this tonight. Here's something you can try, just like Daniel did. Before you sleep, say a sentence out loud or in your mind. Keep it simple and positive. For example, "I am becoming stronger every day." "Good things are coming into my life." "I am worthy of love and success." Say it slowly. Say it with a little feeling. Even if it feels silly, your subconscious doesn't care. It will listen anyway. Repeat the same sentence for a few days. Watch how your feelings begin to shift. You're planting new seeds, from struggle to strength. Over the next few weeks, Daniel changed more than just his bedtime thoughts. He began writing his positive sentence in a notebook every morning. He started to notice his negative self-talk during the day, and gently replaced it with something better. Instead of "I can't," he tried, "I'll find a way." He didn't become a millionaire overnight, but his energy changed. His smile returned. He had more ideas at work, and his boss noticed. His relationships improved. His life didn't become perfect, but it became his, full of intention, hope, and small victories. The power is already in you. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need a magic formula. You already have the most powerful tool inside you, your subconscious mind. The real question is, what seeds are you planting? Remember what Tony Robbins said. Whatever you hold in your mind on a consistent basis is exactly what you will experience in your life. If you keep holding fear, doubt, or anger, your subconscious will create more of that. But if you plant faith, love, and possibility, that's what will grow. Imagination, the mind's paintbrush. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Leo. Leo dreamed of becoming a pilot, but everyone around him told him it was impossible. His family had no money. His school wasn't great. He lived in a small village with no airport in sight. But every night, Leo would lie on his bed, close his eyes, and imagine. He would see himself walking confidently through an airport. He imagined the sound of the engines, the feeling of the uniform, and even the weight of the pilot's headset on his head. He wasn't just dreaming. He was programming his subconscious. Years later, Leo got a scholarship. He studied hard. His path wasn't easy, but he made it. Today, he flies planes across the world. When asked how he stayed motivated, he smiled and said, "I flew in my mind long before I flew in real life." Your mind believes what you imagine. The subconscious doesn't always know the difference between something real and something imagined, especially if the image is strong and full of emotion. That's why athletes visualize winning before a game. It's why speakers rehearse in their minds before a big speech. And it's why you can use the same technique to create change in your life. Here's how to do it. A simple visualization exercise. Take a few quiet minutes in the morning or evening. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax your body. Now imagine a goal you want. Maybe it's a new job, a happy relationship, better health. Whatever it is, see it as already done. Not in the future, now. Picture yourself living it. Feel the emotions, pride, peace, joy. Use all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What does success feel like in your body? Do this every day, even just for a minute or two. Think of it like a GPS. Your subconscious needs a clear destination. Visualization helps you set that direction. But what if doubt creeps in? That's normal. Many people say, "But I can't believe it. It feels fake." Here's the trick. You don't need to fully believe it at first. You just need to practice it. Just like a muscle, belief gets stronger the more you use it. And here's something powerful Brian Tracy once said. You become what you think about most of the time. If you keep thinking about failure, your subconscious will support that. But if you gently, consistently think about success, even in small ways, your subconscious will begin to shift in that direction. Facing fear and breaking limiting beliefs. Let's talk about fear. Fear is not always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet voice that says, "I'm not smart enough. It's too late for me. People like me don't succeed." These are limiting beliefs. They live in the subconscious and hold us back, like invisible chains. But the good news? These beliefs are not facts. They're just old thoughts that got repeated too many times. How to replace limiting beliefs. Here's a method called catch and change. Catch the negative belief. For example, "I always fail." Challenge it. Is that really true? Always? Can I think of one time I succeeded? Change it. Replace it with a better belief. "I've failed before, but I've also succeeded. I'm learning and improving." Write this new belief down. Repeat it often. Your subconscious will begin to believe it, especially when you feel it with emotion. Your subconscious is your partner, not your enemy. Many people think they need to fight their thoughts. But your subconscious is not your enemy. It's like a loyal dog. It goes where you point it. But if you've been giving it the wrong directions, it's just doing its job. Now it's time to teach it new commands. Give it better thoughts, better images, better beliefs. Use simple affirmations. If visualization feels hard at first, start with affirmations. These are short, positive statements that you say out loud or in your mind. For example, I am growing every day. I am safe and I trust the process. My mind is clear and my heart is strong. Say them slowly, with feeling, especially when you wake up and before sleep. That's when your subconscious is most open. Repeat these affirmations like watering seeds. One day, you'll see the flowers bloom. A quick recap. Visualize your goal as already done. Use all your senses. Replace limiting beliefs with better ones. Use simple affirmations every day. Speak to your subconscious with kindness and direction. Trust that change is possible, even if you can't see it yet. As Denzel Washington once said, "Dreams without goals are just dreams." Goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. Visualization is not magic. It's discipline. It's consistency. And it works. In part 1, we explored how your thoughts plant seeds in the subconscious, shaping your life. In part 2, we learned how visualization and belief can guide your inner world and break the chains of fear and doubt. Now in part 3, we'll go deeper. We'll talk about the quiet power of faith, the magic of gratitude, the role of relaxation, and why growth never ends. If you found these videos helpful, please hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to The Wisdom Path, because your journey of transformation is just beginning. The power of faith, trusting before you see. There's a story of a woman named Sophia. She was going through a very hard time. Her business had failed, she was heartbroken, and she felt like giving up. One night, while walking by the sea, she stopped and whispered to herself, "I don't know how, I don't know when, but I believe something good is coming." That night, something small shifted. Not in the world outside her, but inside her. It wasn't a miracle. It was a decision to believe, before she had any proof. And that's what faith is. Faith is planting a seed and trusting it will grow. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up the next day to check if it's growing. You water it. You wait. You trust. Your subconscious needs that same trust. When you feed it new beliefs, positive images, and kind thoughts, let them take root. Let go of the need to control everything. As Dr. Joe Dispenza says, you must believe in a future that you cannot see or experience yet, and then live from that belief. Faith doesn't mean pretending things are perfect. It means choosing hope over fear every single day. The role of gratitude, unlocking the flow. If your subconscious is like a garden, then gratitude is the sunshine that helps everything grow. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a message to your mind that says, I already have something good and I'm ready for more. When you feel grateful, your body relaxes, your heart opens, your energy shifts. Even if life is hard, there is always something to appreciate. A breath of fresh air, a kind word, the chance to start again. The gratitude shift, a simple practice. Try this every morning or evening. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Not big things, small ones, like, I'm grateful for my warm cup of tea. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. I appreciate the call I had with a friend. Do this for a week. You'll be amazed at how your energy changes. Gratitude trains your subconscious to focus on what's working, not just what's wrong. And what you focus on grows. Relaxation, the gateway to the subconscious. Have you ever noticed that your best ideas often come in the shower? Or just before you fall asleep? That's because in moments of relaxation, your conscious mind slows down, and your subconscious becomes more open, like a door that unlocks. Stress creates resistance, but calm opens flow. So if you want to reprogram your subconscious, don't just push harder, learn to relax. A simple relaxation technique. Here's a quick way to calm your mind. Sit or lie down in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. With each breath, say in your mind, I am safe. I am calm. I am open. Do this for just 2 to 3 minutes. This is not wasted time. This is preparation. A calm mind is like still water. It reflects ideas clearly, symbols, images, and meaning. Some people find it helpful to use symbols to connect with their subconscious. For example, a picture of a mountain to remind you of strength, a feather to symbolize lightness and freedom, a candle to represent hope and clarity. These symbols are like little messages to your mind. They speak a language that goes deeper than words. Choose something that means something to you. Place it on your desk, your wall, or your phone screen. Let it remind you of your new beliefs. Growth never ends, becoming the gardener. Let's return to the garden one last time. You are not just walking through the garden of your mind. You are the gardener. Every thought you plant, every feeling you water, every belief you tend to, shapes the landscape of your life. And like all gardens, it's never done. There will always be weeds. There will always be seasons. But now you know how to care for it. You know that. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your subconscious listens to repetition and emotion. Visualization, affirmation, gratitude, and relaxation are your tools. And faith is the key that unlocks it all. Your life is yours to shape. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are not stuck with the beliefs you grew up with. You are the author, the creator, the thinker behind the thoughts. Yes, it takes time. Yes, you'll fall back into old patterns sometimes. That's okay. But now you have the awareness. You have the tools. You have the power. And as we close this journey, let me remind you of one truth. Your mind is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally when you learn how to use it. Thank you for walking this path with me. If this 3-part series spoke to your heart, please consider subscribing to TheWisdomPath. We're building a community of people who want to grow, heal, and live with purpose. Hit the bell so you never miss a new video. And if you feel called to, leave a comment with the word awake to show that you're waking up to the power within you. This is not the end. It's a beginning. Until next time, keep planting good seeds.